are Locked On Lakers Postcast, part of Locked On Sports Los Angeles, on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Gets injured. LeBron James and Steph Curry don't disappoint. Austin Reeves plays arguably his best game as a Laker. We talk about it all in the next 30 minutes on the Locked On Lakers Postcast. This postcast is brought to you by Game Time. And download the Game Time app, create an account, and use Locked On NBA for your $20 discount. Again, $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Download Game Time today. What time is it? It's game time. What a game for the Los Angeles Lakers. This is a game the Lakers desperately needed. And again, when you talk about being around and watching Laker basketball on the holidays, this might be as good as it possibly gets. What a game for the Lakers as they hold on to win this game 115-113 over the Golden State Warriors. You have major superstars to start the game, and Anthony Davis and Steph Curry and LeBron James. Man, it was exciting from the very beginning. It did not disappoint all the way to the very end. Exciting. Again, my name is Dave Palais. I'm the one you're going to listen to through this postcast and then talking Laker basketball. I love it. I've been covering Laker basketball since the early 90s and absolutely love to see this team when they're moving in the right direction. And this is something this team needed. They desperately needed this win after the disappointing loss to Detroit Pistons just the other day. So here's how it went. And we'll talk about it from really end to beginning is where we're going to go tonight. Because right now you look at what the Lakers had going on and you're saying, man, this game is in the bag. It's never in the bag, right? When it's Steph Curry on the other side that can drain three-pointers. So for the Lakers, they're sitting there, they're doing okay through the fourth quarter. And I don't know for you as a fan on how you say when a game is in the bag. But for me, I kind of always look at it with how many points are we ahead and how many minutes are remaining. Until you get into the last couple minutes, then obviously if you're ahead by 3 points or 3 minutes remaining, you don't feel real comfortable. But when you're ahead by 10 points, well, let's say 8 minutes remaining, you're going, okay, things are moving in the right direction. Guess what? The Lakers kind of messed that up at the end. And for me, it kind of felt like they just started to run out of gas. It wasn't that all of a sudden the players, couldn't play good basketball. It's just you're asking a lot. And we're going to get into why they're asking a lot in a second. Most of you know the answer already. But there was a big point in the game where LeBron James, towards the end of the game, with about 2 minutes remaining, LeBron James made a great defensive play. He blocked a shot, and then the ball smashes on the ground and then bounces back up, and there's nobody there to rebound the ball. And if you saw LeBron where he's yelling at someone to go, come back, meaning you got to come back and play defense. You can't just sit there and release and expect to get an easy 2 points or 3 points, whatever the plan was. You have to play defense, especially in a situation when you're winning. Defense is the most important thing. Well, the player he was yelling at was Max Christie. And so Max Christie isn't there. Ball ends up going back to Steph Curry, and Steph Curry ends up knocking down a three-pointer. That hurts. Then the Lakers get the ball. They go up the court. Lakers leading again at this point, 109-105. And Austin Reeves, with 9 seconds remaining on the shot clock, decides he's going to rifle up a three. You have a 4-point lead. You have 9 seconds remaining on the shot clock. And all of a sudden, Austin Reeves decides he's going to shoot a three. Well, it doesn't go in. And so it's very frustrating. It's bad basketball. It's not the way to be coached. It's not the way you want your team to play. And if you listen to Doris Burke, she was calling guys out on it, which is, funny because she was right. I'm not the biggest Doris Burke fan, but she made a couple really interesting points at the end of the game. And that was one of them where she says, what's the point? Why would you do that? You'd be better off in that situation if Austin Reeves didn't shoot the ball at all, and you just turn the ball over in a shot clock violation. But instead, you end up shooting the ball, you waste 9 seconds, or you give them back to Golden State, and Golden State's able to come through. Boom, they knock down another three. Then Max Christie, he goes to the line. Max Christie, he gets the 2 free throws. It's great. Austin Reeves, another three-pointer by Steph Curry. Austin Reeves goes to the line. He makes his 2 free throws, makes the score 113-110 with 8.9 seconds remaining. Curry, what can you say? Curry again with another 3-pointer, 6.3 seconds remaining, and the score is tied. And so for the Lakers, you're going, okay, tie game. All the momentum's on Golden State side. They're playing at home. It's Christmas Day. Seems like the biggest Christmas gift ever that the Lakers are going to gift Golden State a big win because they're in the same kind of situation the Lakers are in where they're looking for any kind of sign to show this is a team that can compete for the long haul. If you listen to people who follow the Warriors, they sound just like us as Laker fans. Like, what player do they need to acquire to help Steph make a run? as Laker fans were saying, what player do we need to acquire to help LeBron and AD make a run one more time? So for the Lakers, 6.3 seconds remaining. Who are you giving the ball to? Well, we had this discussion just the other day, right? We were talking about what do you do? And LeBron James. And one of the things about LeBron, yeah, he's maybe the greatest of all time, but LeBron doesn't have a history wearing a Laker uniform and making a ton of these shots. Didn't matter. It's one of those where the game is tied. You can tell that the idea is to give LeBron the ball. You kind of owe it to him. It's Christmas Day. Everyone nationally is watching. LeBron knows there's a game on game with him and Steph Curry. He wants to be the one to finish the show. Well, Golden State played great defense. They knew right away it was going to be LeBron. So the only choice they really had to make was throw it to the guy that's open. That happened to be Austin Reeves. And Austin Reeves was outstanding. Takes the ball to the hole on Andrew Wiggins, does a layup on the left side with his right hand. Ball goes in with 1 second remaining. The Lakers take a 2-point lead, 115-113. And Steph Curry, any other player, you sit there and go, we won. But any other player, if it's not Steph Curry, that's you feel comfortable. Well, Steph rifles the ball down the court from about 80 feet and barely misses a game-winning three-pointer. So Lakers win. Doesn't matter. Good things happen for the good guys today. Lakers win 115-113. And that was awesome. It was awesome. So when you talk about great Christmas games, a lot of them jump into my mind. Memorable games, even games that the Lakers didn't win. I remember the first time when we saw Shaq come back to Staples and play against Kobe, and how it was weird to root against Shaq, but we knew that, hey, we're Kobe guys because he's the one still wearing the Laker uniform, and things exactly didn't go our way that day, but it was one of those can't miss games. Today is one of those where if you're a basketball fan and you know you're running out of time, meaning you are not going to see a lot of games remaining with Steph Curry and LeBron James, to see them on the floor at the same time, to see a national televised audience, it's a big deal. And so, later on in life, as we all know that pro basketball players, pro athletes in general, they get better in your mind once they retire. So when people ask you down the line, who's in your top 5 all time? You might have LeBron James and Steph Curry in that top 5 all time. Who knows what your thought process is, might change. For me, I'll tell you, Steph Curry is the greatest shooter I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of good ones, and for me, it's really not close. It's Steph Curry's number 1, and LeBron James, for what he does, he's right there in the top 5 as well. So it was pretty cool to see 2 guys that have a lot of respect for each other, but also, 2 Hall of Famers, 2 of the best to ever do it, on the floor at the same time, battling it out. Not 2 guys that you go, those are just 2 old guys that are past their prime and should both hang it up. For me, it was like we're watching 2 guys that I wish could continue to do this for a long, long time. So that was a lot of fun. And we'll get into the box score and everything else that happened there. But for the Lakers, most importantly, they win 115-113. You get the bad taste out of your mouth of what happened in the Detroit Pistons game. But very, very exciting. I'm on cloud 9 right now, as that was the second to the last game of the night. If you're still watching basketball right now, you're watching Phoenix and Denver. That's great. You got 2 great players over there in the Joker and Durant. But for us as Laker fans, this is awesome. This was a great night. Would have been terrible if the Lakers lost this game because they had this all the way through. There's so many positives to touch on with this Laker game and this Laker win and how important it was. It was really outstanding and really fun to watch. So we'll get into the box score in a little bit. We'll talk about Austin Reeves and everything he did there as far as coming through. It was great. By the way, I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, and I hope you guys had a great day. What a great way to wrap things up. Speaking of Christmas, got to ask you guys, what about the Game Time app? Do you go and you buy tickets and say, what is the best way to get the best tickets to games in person? For me, I'll tell you right now, my favorite Christmas gift I received today was from my son. My son and I do this thing every year. We travel around and we try and hit at least one Major League Baseball ballpark a year. And so last year we hit Colorado. Never been to Colorado, but it was on the list. You got to knock it out. It's easier when you have teams that are closer together. But for us, we always use the Game Time app. And so last year when we went to Colorado Coors Field, we were able to check it out. It was easy. It's the only ticketing app that gives you a complete peace of mind with your purchase. So many ways you can save money on tickets. No matter when you buy the Game Time guarantee, you'll always get the best price. And don't forget Game Time ticket coverage. Here's the deal. They love their fans. They're committed to ensuring that they have an outstanding experience. And again, when you go through Game Time, they're proud to offer you flexible customer service policies. Again, when you buy through Game Time, don't forget the lowest price guarantee, event cancellation protection, 24-hour returns guarantee, job loss insurance, on-time ticket delivery. I've never had a problem with the Game Time app. And again, I recommend it because Game Time always comes through. If you're wondering, this year this is going to be a 2-day trip, but we're hitting basically 3 games. We're hitting flying into Milwaukee, never been to Wisconsin, going to see the Brewers, going to drive to Chicago to see the White Sox. We've already seen Wrigley Field and the Cubs. And then we're driving to Cincinnati to catch the Reds. And so not a lot of sleep, 1 hotel stay, and we're off and running to watch 3 games. But again, we're using the Game Time app on every single one of these games. It's that real simple. All I have to do is download the Game Time app, create an account, use the code LOCKEDONNBA for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem the code, spell out again. Here it is. I'm going to spell it for you. It's Locked On NBA, LOCKEDON NBA for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? It's game time. Real simple right there. I use it all the time and absolutely love it. So don't forget the people over at Game Time. Also, we'll get back to the box score in just a second, but want to mention the people over at Rocket Money as well. Here's the deal. How many of you have subscriptions and realize, oh my gosh, I have more subscriptions than I thought I had? Do you know Rocket Money can help you find any subscriptions you forgot about, or even maybe you're paying for it twice? It's definitely happened to me. I had a few subscriptions that I didn't even know I had. And again, Rocket Money made it easy to track them all down. It's like having a personal assistant for your finances. Rocket Money, it's a personal finance app that helps you find and cancel unwanted subscriptions, saves you money right away. Again, it monitors your spending, helps you lower your bills so you can grow your savings. It brings everything together all in one place, whether it's subscriptions, your spending habits, or even the goals you want to hit for the next year. Don't forget, Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved more than $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using the app premium features. Again, for me, I've fallen into it. I've had more subscriptions than I realized I had. Don't forget, cancel your unwanted subscriptions, reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/locked-on today. That's rocketmoney.com/locked-on. rocketmoney.com/locked-on. All right, so here we go with this Laker box score. How did things look for the Lakers? Things were pretty interesting to see the way they worked out, because here's one of the big stories of the night. And we never want to see Anthony Davis get hurt, but at the same time, it feels like it's always a matter of time before Anthony Davis can get hurt, right? We've seen Anthony Davis get hurt early in games. We've seen him get hurt late in the games, and we've seen him miss a lot of time. And it's one of the most frustrating things about being an AD fan is that, what do they say in sports? The best availability is, or I guess the best ability is availability. I've ruined the quote right there. The best ability is availability. Real simple right there for Anthony Davis, and we don't know when he's going to be available. So here's the deal. 7 minutes and 12 seconds into the game, Anthony Davis goes down with an ankle injury. And you're wondering, okay, does he just go back to the locker room, do whatever they do back there, tape it up? I don't know what they do medicine-wise. Can he come back and play? You know he wants to play in a big national game. He's unable to return. And you're hearing reports on television the whole night, oh, he might make it back for the second quarter, might make it back for the second half. Then you get the report at the end of the third quarter, he's not coming back. Okay, fine, he's not coming back. The team is rallying behind him. And the deal is, with the team rallying behind him, that's great. But the problem is they started to run out of gas. And we saw that at the very end. They needed Anthony Davis, and they'll need Anthony Davis again to get healthy really fast. The Lakers' next game is on Saturday against the Kings, and hopefully Anthony Davis is ready to go. Here's the deal, though. The Lakers, they did okay. You know, the Lakers actually put together a pretty good run. They rallied in the first quarter. Cam Reddish found Dalton Knecht for a 3-point shot at the end of the quarter to tie the game at 23. LeBron James led the Lakers in the quarter with 8 points, 3 rebounds. But Dalton Knecht, 5 points off the bench. I think that was big. We want to see Dalton Knecht come back to being the player he can be. Andrew Wiggins, he had 10 for the Warriors. Again, Dennis Schroeder, former Laker, he had 6. Steph Curry had 5. So at that point, I'm thinking Steph Curry's only down to 5. That's a great sign for the Lakers that, hey, we can keep him in check. Well, you know, Steph Curry wasn't going to stay quiet forever. Second quarter, Lakers outscored the Warriors 32-29. Steph Curry, LeBron James had 11 apiece. Anthony Davis, he stayed in the locker room, as we mentioned. Lakers, though, at the half, shot 42% from the field, 32% from three-point range. And the Lakers, here's the deal, as I said, after the Pistons game, you want to figure out a loss really early and why you lost. Let's look at the free throws first, and then let's look at turnovers. For the Lakers, they were 9 of 9 from the free throw line in the first half. That was big. I mean, for a team that has struggled with free throws, they were 9 of 9 from the free throw line. If you recall, when the Lakers weren't shooting well from the free throw line in the last game, The guys who missed were our guys. It was Anthony Davis. It was LeBron James. So 9 for 9 was big, and say, okay, they're doing what they're supposed to do for a reason. Supposed to make those. LeBron James had 19 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists at the half. Dalton Knecht with 11 points off the bench. Austin Reeves had 10, 6 assists. Now, here's the deal. The Lakers only had 2 turnovers, which is fantastic. Warriors had 6. Lakers out rebounded the Warriors 24-21. So you're feeling pretty good. So right now, when you look at that situation, you go, okay, the Lakers are up by 3 at the half, 55-52. They outscored the Warriors 32-29 in the second quarter. You're going, things are moving in the right direction. Hopefully, in your mind, you're thinking, well, at least if Anthony Davis comes back, it will help balance things out for the Lakers, and they should be okay. Doesn't exactly work that way. By the way, at the half, Steph Curry had 16 points. So he scored 11, as I mentioned, 6 of 11 from the field, 4 of 8 from behind the arc. Andrew Wiggins added 14. Here's my thing with Andrew Wiggins. If you paid attention, if you recall back in the day when Andrew Wiggins came out, he was the number 1 overall pick. Remember, Andrew Wiggins went to the Cavs, and Andrew Wiggins goes to the Cavs. LeBron James leaves Miami, and he comes back to the Cavs. What's the first thing LeBron James says? I don't want to play with a rookie. I do not want to play with Andrew Wiggins. And they trade Andrew Wiggins to Minnesota, and they get Kevin Love in return. But ever since then, since LeBron has done that to Andrew Wiggins, I think Andrew Wiggins has held a grudge. I would too. You would too. Basically, you have one of the greatest players of all time say, I don't want to play with you. Andrew Wiggins always plays great on no matter what team LeBron James is wearing, whether it's the Cavs, whether it's the Lakers. Andrew Wiggins is always dangerous. He saves his best games for when he's facing LeBron. I think it's bothered him for more than 10 years, and this is where we're at, where Andrew Wiggins with 14 points. Like, here we go again. We've seen this before. Warriors in the first half shot 46% from the field, 36% from three-point range. Here's the interesting thing for me is I'm not a big Draymond Green fan. I'm just not. I think Draymond Green is all about theatrics. I think it's more hype than what it really is. When Draymond Green wants to compare himself to Charles Barkley, it always bothers me because I'm like, you weren't even close to Charles Barkley. Barkley was one of the greatest players of all time. Draymond is not an offensive guy, and tonight he wasn't an offensive guy in the first half. 0 for 4 shooting, no points for him. He had a few assists, but Draymond's overrated. One of the most overrated players to me in the history of the league. And I know in the NBA, everybody gets in the Hall of Fame. He'll end up as a Hall of Famer, but I'm not a Draymond Green fan, so I was happy to see that he went 0 for 4. Lakers bench outscored the Warriors bench in the first half 16-9. Moving to the third quarter, we know AD is not playing, but the Lakers go on an 8-0 run. Lakers outscored the Warriors 29-24 in the quarter. Through 3 quarters, the Lakers had 5 players in double figures. This is great. Great balance scoring. One of the first things coaches do when they get that sheet of paper, basically it's the box score that you see on your computer. The coaches get it. The players get it as soon as that game is over, and they always look to see how many guys were in double digits. And the coaches want to make sure that they were sharing the ball. Does it show that there were assists, whether it was everybody involved? Was it just a one-man game, a two-man game? Or was everybody involved? And through 3 quarters, 5 players in double figures. That was great for the Lakers. LeBron James, 23. Rui had 12. Austin Reeves had 16. Dalton Knecht had 11. Max Christie, who is coming into his own. Max Christie with 10. If, outside of that defensive snafu at the end of the game that I was talking about, Max Christie looks more and more comfortable out there with the starting 5. 10 points for him. Steph Curry, 21 through 3 quarters to lead Golden State. But here we go. Going into the fourth quarter, it was something else. Pretty exciting. Lakers outscore the Warriors 29-24. So Lakers have a lead and things are going our way. Lakers should hold on and win this game. And the fourth quarter was what casual basketball fans say. I just got to turn the game on in the fourth quarter, or maybe 5 minutes remaining in the fourth, and I'll be fine. But that was a lot of fun to sit there and watch everything the Lakers did there. So it was pretty cool to see what was going on with the Lakers at that point. We're going to get into the fourth quarter in just a second, but I want to mention again the people over at FanDuel. It's very exciting right now to see what's going on with FanDuel. The NFL playoffs are about almost here, but it's not too late to get in on the regular season action with FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. Right now, new customers can finish the season strong. $250 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. Again, FanDuel, so many ways to pick up that W. Look, I love betting on what's going on with the players as far as who will score a touchdown, how many points each of them will score. It's thrilling. It's fun. Everybody's been part of it. If you have that hunch, don't forget about FanDuel. You have that hunch that one team's going to play extremely well. Chiefs were outstanding today against the Steelers. Ravens were even better against the Texans. But there's NFL games going on not only on Christmas Day, but Thursday. and Saturday and Sunday and Monday. I mean, there's NFL action all over the place the next couple days. And of course, college football is in full swing as well. But so many things right now you want to take care of. FanDuel will take care of you as well. Look, which players will score a touchdown, how many points each team will score, and so much more. Just visit FanDuel.com. Join today. That's FanDuel.com for your chance at $250 in bonus bets. Make every moment more with FanDuel. It's the official sportsbook partner of the NFL. Okay, so here we go. We go into the fourth quarter, and the Lakers let Golden State back in this game. And I don't know about you, but I kind of felt like the Lakers let Golden State back in the game just because they were kind of running out of gas. And with the Lakers running out of gas, you have to figure out how you're going to use your timeouts. What's going to use a challenge. A challenge actually can be used a little bit like a timeout as well, because we know those take a long time. But can those guys get their legs underneath them? You know, LeBron James, how many minutes are you going to have to play the king now that AD's not there? You know, there are a lot of minutes played by a lot of players. And so even though LeBron James is the guy that's always the one that's most talked about, how about a couple other guys on this team before I get to really the most underrated person today? Rui was outstanding today. 18 points, 4 rebounds, seemed to be active the entire time, hit some big threes, 5 of 7 from three-point range from Rui. Again, the ultimate team player with Anthony Davis out. Rui stepped up big, 18 points in 37 minutes. And the 5 3-pointers, the Lakers needed every single one of them. LeBron James, 31 points, 10 assists, 2 steals, 1 turnover. That is it. That's a big sign right there that LeBron understands he needs to take care of the ball. Only 1 turnover for LeBron, 4 rebounds. So he didn't get the triple-double. Max Christie, 16 points in 34 minutes, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 of 8 from three-point range. We'd like to see that number a little bit better. But again, he made all of his free throws, 4 of 4. LeBron, by the way, 5 of 5 from free throw line. Here we go. Start of the game. Right now, if you look at what Austin Reeves did, for so many people who don't follow Laker basketball nationally because the game starts so late, you know, if you're on the East Coast, the game started either 10 o'clock or 10:30. It's hard to follow Laker basketball. You can listen to, you know, obviously those pregame shows on the national level, and you can realize people don't know who a lot of the Laker players are. They aren't familiar with Austin Reeves' game and how good he is. And, you know, as I said, the talking heads, but Austin Reeves tonight, 24 points, 10 assists, 10 rebounds, and the game-winning layup on Andrew Wiggins. When everybody thought it was going to LeBron James, it was Austin Reeves that said, I got to take it myself. And with 1 second remaining, hits the game-winning shot. So in 37 minutes, I'm going to give that line again. 24 points, 10 assists, 10 rebounds, perfect 6 for 6 from the free throw line. Outstanding game for Austin Reeves. And he needed that because I think he felt he wore that loss against the New Orleans Pelicans, the Detroit Pistons the other day. And so he had trouble with the turnovers. And tonight, turnovers went down a little bit. He actually led the Lakers in turnovers with 3, but turnovers were way down. There are 2 stats that were outstanding for the Lakers. 9 turnovers overall in 4 quarters. So they didn't hit the double-digit number in turnovers. For the Lakers, that's a very rare. Also, free throws, huge number. You guys might say you're making too big of a deal about the free throws. Lakers were 18 for 18 from the line tonight. 18 for 18. Outstanding. I can't get any better than that, and they needed every single one of them. Again, Lakers needed a winning basket with 1 second remaining. They needed all 18 of those free throws. Overall, Lakers shot 45% from the field, 36% from three-point range. Really, it was 35.7, so we'll just round that up. Outstanding job. 15 made three-pointers for the Lakers. If you watched it on television and then the microphone in the huddle and you heard JJ Redick say, hey, keep firing up threes. It's our opportunity to fire up threes. Always makes me nervous. Sometimes I think JJ doesn't understand the personnel that he has to sit there and tell the guys it's free reign, just fire up threes. If they're giving you the 2, take the 2, because the Lakers miss more threes than it seems like anybody. They're only like the 20th out of 30 teams in making three-point shots. Yet our offense is very frustrating to watch, because even when you watch Golden State, who's supposed to be a great three-point shooting team, they're constantly moving. There's motion all over the place, in and out, and finding their spot, in and out, finding a screen. But the Lakers just sit out there behind the arc, and they look like they're playing basketball at your local gym with the guys who don't want to go inside and physical contact. The Lakers are not the Boston Celtics. They aren't that team. What I mean by that, if you watch the Celtics last year in the NBA Finals, the Celtics do sit out behind the arc and just move the ball around. But you look at the Warriors, yeah, they work really hard for their shots, but it takes a lot to create space to get those three-point shots. And right now, I'd love to see the Laker offense move a little bit more like Golden State's offense, because this is not a quality three-point shooting team, not like the Celtics had last year. So Steph Curry, again, this looked like Steph at his best. We mentioned only 5 points in the first quarter. He finishes with 38 tonight. Steph Curry finished with 38 points, 8 of 15 from behind the arc, 14 of 24 from the field, and unbelievable, right? They said, what would happen if he didn't have, more support? So it was interesting to see that Golden State went and did pick up a player. Unfortunately, they picked up a former Laker and Dennis Schroeder. Happened to be a fan when he was on the Lakers. Not a fan that he's on another team. My son's a huge Laker fan. He's never been a fan of Dennis Schroeder, but he does things that I think even this Laker team could have used. Somebody that can handle the ball, play great defense, very fast, very frustrating. But Dennis Schroeder all of a sudden joins the Warriors. He's in the starting lineup, had 11 points, had 5 assists, and does his thing, even had a steal in there. So he's only going to get better with that team. Klay Thompson was towards the end of the road, so I don't think they miss him a lot. But Buddy Hield is a guy that has not been the player the Warriors thought they were getting, a guy that you have heard mentioned as a Laker for years, that, boy, if the Lakers had Buddy Hield, and Buddy Hield telling Jeannie Buss he wants to be a Laker, and they could never make that happen. Well, he's with the Kings or the Pacers. Buddy Hield never made it to the Lakers. So 1 of 5 from three-point range. In 17 minutes, he only had 5 points. So the Lakers obviously didn't get Buddy Hield at his best, but right now that he has years, underneath his belt, and it looks like he's towards the downside of his career, maybe it's best that the Lakers dodged a bullet on that one, so to speak. So Lakers win 115-113. Box score is strong. And at the same time, when you look at all the guys who scored in double digits, to round it out for you, it was Rui with 18, LeBron 31, Austin Reeves 24, Max Christie 16, Dalton Knecht 13, and then the Lakers won the game. Most importantly, Lakers win the game. So that was big. That was really big for the Lakers, and very exciting to see what was going to happen there. That was worth it on Christmas Day. So, Craig, I'm reading right here in the comments. You're saying Lakers need a backup center. They absolutely do. And, whether it's a center for when Anthony Davis is healthy and you just need a big body in the middle, they do need a quality veteran center. Couldn't agree more. Craig also says the same thing Doris Burke said. Don't disagree. Saying the Lakers should have fouled to prevent a three-point play. I think the plan was to foul, because J.J. Redick has said in that situation likes to foul. The opportunity wasn't there to foul. Again, I'll give credit to Doris Burke on this one, which is funny because I've never been a fan, but she hit on this perfectly. Why fall for all the cuts to the basket in that situation when the Warriors have to shoot a three? Give up the layup. Give up the 2 points, because if you foul, they're going to get 2 more than likely anyway. But why would you sit there and be confused with that? Why would you fall for the shiny object and fall for a player sprinting down the middle of the key? Just let him go. Let him go. You need to cover everything on the outside of that arc, but they messed it up. They messed it up. So, again, very frustrating to see what happens. Daniel says Reeves MVP. Tonight he definitely was. Reeves was great. If Reeves can continue to play like that, there's some things that were promising for the Lakers for me tonight. Reeves' game was great. LeBron James obviously loves the spotlight, and you want to see that energy. Truth be told, look at LeBron since he's been back. His energy level has been through the roof, meaning that you're seeing, I think, the best version of LeBron James. He is not cheating the fans, not cheating himself, not cheating his teammates. It's important for him to win. At the same time, if Rob Pelinka looks at what LeBron's bringing every single day, the Lakers need to do something. I mean, you're hearing crazy rumors out there that even Kevin Durant could be available in a trade, right? Anything to throw in a big-time all-star, big-time name to go with 2 future Hall of Famers in AD and LeBron, the Lakers would be the favorites to win the NBA Finals. And that would be amazing if they can pull off a major move. To sit on your hands and do nothing, we're almost at the end of December right now, and Rob Pelinka promised something in December. If things didn't look right, things don't look right now. Not when I mean don't look right for a championship. So it's time for Rob Pelinka needs to sit there and pull the trigger. I hope he's on the phone. I know things don't happen overnight, but I hope he's on the phone talking to other GMs, making things happen. And so we'll see how everything plays out in the end, but it will be very frustrating if they don't. Okay, so the magic number for the Lakers, I say it every single show. I want to see the Lakers not only in the playoffs, but I want to see the Lakers in the 4th seed or better. With the win tonight, the Lakers moved up to the 6th seed. They move up to the 6th seed. So the teams in front of them, Oklahoma City is 1, Houston 2, Memphis 3, Dallas, who, by the way, looks like they've lost Luka for an extended period of time. Luka and the Mavericks are 4. Look for the Mavericks to start dropping. The Mavericks right now are 19-11. Lakers are 17-13. Mavericks should start falling back. Nuggets at 16-11. They're at the Phoenix Suns right now. They're number 5, and the Lakers are number 6. So a really good sign for the Lakers right there. But for the Dallas Mavericks, if you're one of those people that did a futures bet and you said Luka's my MVP, for some reason Vegas said that Luka was the favorite to win MVP this year, I wouldn't put it on him. If he misses 10 more games, he's not even eligible to win MVP. So if you did one of those future bets and Luka was your guy, you're hurting a little bit. You're hurting it for sure. So it's going to be an exciting time for the Lakers. Again, I'm extremely excited. Christmas Day, this was a great gift here for the Lakers as they win this game 115-113. Again, want to remind you, next Saturday coming up, the Lakers will host the Kings. It's a 7:30 tip-off. Also, you're Locked On Lakers Daily Podcast with Brian and Andy. You can follow that right there, Locked On Los Angeles. Locked On Lakers Daily Podcast with Brian and Andy. They do a great job, but I will be back with you for the post-game show talking Laker basketball as we look for another win, looking for basically 3 wins in about 8 days against the Kings. And, hey, I'd play the Kings every single game if it means we get a win. So I'll take it right there. So I hope you guys had a great Christmas. Thank you so much for being with me on this night. I know a lot of you are extremely busy with family and friends, but big win. Lakers win 115-113 over the Golden State Warriors. I will see you Saturday after the Lakers hopefully get another win over the Kings. Thank you so much. My name is Dave Palais. You can follow me on social media. You can ask me anything through a direct message. And again, appreciate you joining me for the post-game show. We'll be gone Saturday night right after the game. Again, Locked On Lakers post-game. I'll see you Saturday. Have a good couple days, everybody.